We seriously need to study for this. You have final, like...
I know. The big essay question is going to be if the rightness of the government is dependent on the consent of the governed. So how do I even answer that?
I don't know. Okay. Well, ancient philosophers were concerned with the salvation of people's souls.
Yeah, that's what I
So they say, yes, right?
Yeah. Plato uses Socrates to say that the tension between the polis and the philosopher keeps it progressive. So that would make sense. Ancients thought a lot about what the telos of a person was.
Okay, wait. wait. But doesn't he talk about the cave and the people are restricted there? Wouldn't that mean that they weren't consenting? And that the shadows they saw from the poets would not be right?
I think because he says that the people weren't wanting to escape, you know, because they were just sitting there, they weren't fighting the chains, that's a form of consent.
Okay. So the government's rightness is dependent on the consent of the governed because the people do not fight with the common conceptions, so they live in peace that way, and he kind of infers that the cave is not an ideal anyway.
The allegory acts as a warning, almost, that the polis is headed for failure if the people don't participate in government. So Plato definitely thinks that the consent of the governed makes the government right.
What about modern philosophers?
They weren't really concerned with people's souls. You know, Hobbes, he was just like, people want to continue to live. Because people are in a constant state of war in the modern state of mind with all of the scientific thinking and stuff. So, here in our paper, we said, the Leviathan gains his power from a social contract made by humanity. You see, people's number one drive in life is to simply desire to continue to exist, when nothing else matters but self-preservation. The life of a man is, as I quote myself, solitary, poor, nasty, brutish, and short. So, in order to prevent those negative conceptions, people band together and then give up their power to this Leviathan that he created, and so basically no, the Leviathan takes over everything.
Well, I guess let's just go over this a couple more times.
Oh, yeah.
That's adorable.
Do you have any spare change?
You know what? I don't think I do, but let me get you a hot coffee, okay?
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Thank you. Thanks again for the coffee.
You're welcome. I just felt so bad you sitting out in the cold in your box by yourself.
Can I let you in on a little secret?
Go for it.
That box isn't really a box. It's actually a cave.
Okay.
No, really. In that cave, people sit with their hands and their feet bind, shackled, forced to face a wall that has shadows cast on by those they can't even see. And this is how they live their entire life.
That kind of sounds... Wait. Are you Plato?
Yes, I am.
No way. Can I ask you a couple questions? I have an exam on you tomorrow.
Yes, of course.
Okay. What are your opinions on government?
Well, you see, in postmodern times, there's a separation between leadership, being social, and management, being business-oriented. If the two are combined, they form political science. Balancing the morals and success is the true key to a just ruler in the police. He must have prudence, courage, temperance, and he must be just. Prudence is to govern without passion, overruling logic. Courage is to confront fears. Temperance is to use moderation, and just defines what is wrong and what is right. Only through the use of these will a society have true success.
I knew you were concerned with the moral well-being. You're trying to protect the rightness of souls.
You see, the regime is corrupt in casting puppets that portray a moral disintegration from within the front of the people. Though people have the opportunity to create a perception of reality that is morally correct to them, psyche craves power, and that leads to the false shadows being cast to the citizens in the cave.
Why is that so bad?
Well, you see, the governed have to have a say in the government in order for it to be just. Without this sort of check and balance system between the interests of the rule and the rulers would go to power and corrupt the system and consequently the population.
Oh my gosh, that all makes so much more sense now. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you again for the coffee.
Yeah, thank you for the enlightenment.
You're welcome.
Okay, well, do you have to go back to your, cave?
That's alright. And yes, actually I do.
Hello, Taylor.
Hi.
I didn't see you in class today.
Yeah. I was studying really hard for your exam, so...
Did you go to the Leviathan?
No, why would I?
He's the supreme sovereign of everything.
Oh shoot, I must have not studied well enough. Can you help me out a little bit?
Yes, I'm sure I can. Let me take you somewhere very special.
And then in the third.
Now you see, Taylor, this is the Leviathan. You see, Taylor, the Leviathan possesses all the power in a society. He and his regime are the absolute truth. Man is a constant state of war, always trying to kill each other for material goods, diffidence, and pride. However, our will to survive supersedes these passions, and we join in a social contract releasing power to his supreme one for our protection.
Wouldn't the government become corrupt then?
No, definitely not. He could develop a highly immoral system as long as the society benefited from it. Modern thought doesn't focus on salvation of the soul, but rather the means of survival. As long as we continue to exist, it doesn't matter how right anything is, included the government.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much for helping me. I feel so much better about the exam now, Professor Hobbes.
Yes, Taylor. Good luck and keep studying for that final.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and think it over.
I wish you good luck.
What are you doing here?
I moved.
You will never guess who I just met.
You will never guess what I just dreamed about.
I had a really real dream too.
What time is it?
I don't know. Oh my gosh, we're gonna be late for the exam.
Oh my
We
gosh.
gotta go.
Does the rightness of the government depend on the consent of the governed?
Hobbes says no. Plato says